It's 23rd of April today, Thursday. We're still getting cold mornings, but the weather's beautiful. It's nice and warm in the polytunnels, but it's only 13 degrees outside. We're right on the northeast coast here, not far off the coast. And for all we're getting sunshine, we're still getting cold days. Cold, crisp, it's great for working in. I've been waiting until we get the trenches cleared before I can start planting out. I've got one trench of pot leeks out, but I'm looking to get some blanch leeks out in the next day or two. I'm just on preparing the blanch leek barrels. I'm going to show you what we're actually doing. We were full up of plants on the barrels, and they've stood empty all winter. I've just been waiting to get rid of some of the plants up in the hang baskets. We're about ready to do that, so I'll turn the camera around and we'll start taking a look at what we're about to do. These are the plants that were stood on the barrels, as you can see. Barrels underneath, water pipe already laid up on it there. The framework is still in position from last year, but right, what I usually do, I do grow in barrels, and as you can see, most of them are emptied as we go along. I don't know if you can see for the sunshine. Every 2 years I replenish the compost. I use John's number 2 compost. I never use number 3, I only use number 2. With the lockdown this year, it's difficult to get hold of, so this is just a local nursery, his own mix. He sterilises his own soil, and this will be going into barrels. These ones are still to be emptied. You can see the frame setup that I have here. We've been covered with fleece over the tender plants, just to show you the baskets are starting to come along quite nicely there, a few different types. Right, base trench on a breeze block, 3 breeze blocks high. On top of that, we site half barrels. These hold approximately 60 litres of compost. I connect all the barrels together with a wood frame. Onto that, we tie the sepals. I don't know if you can see that there. I'll show you it when it's all up and running, working. It's tied in. That sepals drips down into the base trench and waters when the leeks send their roots down beneath the barrels. But we are going to plant into the barrels today. Well, maybe it's today or tomorrow. The content that's in there is John's number 2 from 3 years ago. I used it fresh 3 years ago. Last year we used it the same compost without anything added, and I put the blanch leeks in, and they still grew very well without any extra fertilizer added. What I'm going to do this year, just as an experiment, because of the lockdown, I can't say there have been many shows. I'm going to use it for a 3rd year, which I don't usually do, but I am going to add compost, fertilizer. In the base, I've emptied a barrel out here, as we can see. In the base, I've dug right out. I am going to put a handful, probably about 3 ounces of fish blood and bone meal. That will be mixed up onto the base trench. Once I've got the barrel half filled, which I'm going to take soil from another barrel and put it in, I will then add a handful of John in his base. It's upside down, but you can see John in his base. The only other thing I will add on the top layer is my trusty seaweed meal. And once again, a handful to square yard. So that's first year, just pure John's number 2 with a little bit of seaweed added. Last year, nothing added at all. That was the 2nd year in the same compost. This is going to be the 3rd year, and I'm going to do half of this bed with the old compost with fertilizer added. The other half of the bed, as we look along, will have fresh compost, John's number 2, added to it with nothing added to that. And we'll see how the leeks go in here. These will be blanch leeks. So I'm just going to set this up. The battery's running nearly flat, but I'll do a few barrels and then I'll quickly run over it, show you the watering system, what we do before I actually, before I actually plant anything out. It will get covered with black and white polythene, but the system has to be up and running, ready to actually do the planting. There's still just a little bit of plant under the bed, so it'll be a day or two before I get rid of those and then put the blanch leeks in, but we'll come back and take another look. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.